Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Can you confidently answer this? What is your firm unquestionably better at than your competitors? Not what you enjoy doing, not what you've done the longest, not what your team believes, but what does the market consistently recognize you for? Because here's the uncomfortable truth: many exceptional design firms win the wrong kind of projects, not because they lack talent, because the market doesn't understand what they're exceptional at. Think about your own business. If I asked 10 of your last clients why they chose your firm, would they give me the same answer? Or would I hear 10 different reasons? They were responsive, their designs look great, somebody recommended that, they were available, their fees were very good, they gave me a great discount. If every client sees your business differently, then your positioning isn't quite there. It's not really creating demand, it's creating, let's say, ambiguity. And ambiguity, what does it do? It attracts every kind of client, including the wrong ones. Those kinds usually don't become obvious immediately, they become obvious much later. And that's when they expect you to provide services you never intended to provide, when your process does not match their expectations, when they compare you to a completely different kind of firm, when revisions increase, when meetings become endless and the founder gets pulled into unnecessary discussions. The wrong project doesn't begin during delivery, it begins long before the contract is ever signed. Most firms, they try to improve things by working on project management, but that's treating the symptom, not the cause. The real question is, why did this project enter the business flow in the first place? At Immaculate Platform, we believe qualification is not simply about rejecting bad clients. It's about helping the org become smarter with each opportunity. Because if you're struggling to define what makes your firm exceptional, start with two simple questions. First, what does your team consistently do better than most competitors? Not occasionally, consistently. Every time or nearly every time. And two, which of these strengths does the market actively value, place a premium on, or ask for? The intersection of these two answers, that's where your positioning journey is going to begin. Because being excellent at something that customers don't value, it's not going to create demand, so that's pointless. Chasing demand for something, on the other hand, where you're not exceptional, that's just going to create chaos. Your positioning has to act like a filter. It should naturally attract the right kind of client. It should naturally attract the projects which your organization is built to deliver, and quietly discourage the ones that you're not. And here's the important part: every project you complete should improve that filter. Look at the last 20 projects. Which ones were consistently profitable? Which type of clients respected your process? What projects generated revenue? Which ones energized your team instead of exhausting them and causing attrition? Those patterns should shape how you qualify your next opportunity. And that's organizational learning, because you're no longer operating on instinct. You're allowing your business to become more selective because it has data, it has evidence. At Immaculate Platform, we see qualification as the first stage of building an underlying operating system for the entire firm, building the kind of firm that attracts the right kind of projects. Because every wrong project, it just doesn't reduce the margin. That's not the only problem. It consumes leadership attention, it creates unnecessary meetings, it increases revisions, it distracts talented people from better, more profitable, more aligned opportunities. And every time it does that, it has the opposite effect on other kind of projects. And every right project does the absolute opposite. It reinforces the systems that you've built, it strengthens your team's confidence and capability, and it improves your reputation. It makes every subsequent project easier to win and better, easier, smoother, more efficient to deliver. Because great firms don't grow by saying yes to everything, they grow by becoming exceptional at recognizing which works belong in their plate, in their business in the first place. Everything you've seen in this video and will continue to see as part of videos in this series is based on principles that we've spent years building into the Immaculate Platform. If you'd like to experience them inside an operating system built ground up purely for design and architecture firms, start your free trial today at immaculate.co.in/trial. Thank you.